Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Welcome to Indian Story Time. Today I'm going to tell a story about an Indian movie which is recently released. This is a movie released in a Telugu language, but it's available in multiple languages in Amazon Prime. And the name of the movie is called Sita Ramam. So there are a few famous actors in this movie like Dulquer Salman, Rashmika Mandana, and this movie has been directed and written by Hanu Raghavapudi. Let's go to the story. In 1964, Ansari, a Pakistani extremist, does not approve of the brotherly relationship between Kashmiri Muslims and Hindus. He plans on serving the bond and separating them. He strongly believes that the Indian army is the reason for the unity. He resorts to brainwash teenagers in Pakistan and send them to Kashmir. He advises them to live in disguise to make his plan work. In 1985, Afreen, a fierce Pakistani-based rabble-rouser in London, who dislikes anything about India, she sets fire to the car of an Indian businessman Anand Mehta in retaliation of burning a Pakistani flag. The management board of her university asks her to apologize to him. As Afreen doesn't like to say sorry to Indians, the Indian businessman gives her two choices, either to give him 1 million as a compensation or go to prison. Being a stubborn and unapologetic patriot, she decides to compensate him and goes back to Pakistan to meet her grandfather, a Pakistani army brigadier Tariq, for giving her money to compensate him. However, upon her arrival in Pakistan, she finds out that her grandfather passed away. In his will, he asks her to deliver a letter, which he could not. It's written in 1965 by an Indian Army Lieutenant Ram to his lover Sita Mahalakshmi of India. Upon successfully doing so, she will inherit his wealth. Though reluctant at first, Afreen agrees to deliver the letter to her so that she can inherit Tariq's wealth. Afreen leaves for Hyderabad in search of Sita, where she is accompanied by Balaji, her senior in the university in London. She reaches the address only to find that out to be a ladies' college. She asks Subramanyam, who works there for a long time, more than 20 years, about Sita Mahalakshmi. He tells Afreen that the college was the royal palace of Nawab of Hyderabad once, which was donated by Noor Jahan for the education of girls. He also adds that nobody with the name of Sita were there. Clueless, Afreen is unable to find Sita without any details. Upon getting an idea, she goes in search of Ram instead and learns about the address of Lieutenant Vikas Verma, who was in Ram's regiment in Kashmir. Upon meeting Vikas, Afreen meets Ram's friend Durjoy Sharma and superior Vishnu Sharma and learns about Ram's story. In 1964, Ansari, who sends teenagers to Kashmir, gives them the whereabouts of the Indian army. Major Selvan orders the army to catch and kill the Pakistani teenagers as they can compromise the safety of the Indians in Kashmir. However, the plan backfires as Kashmiri Muslims in that area who thought of the youngsters as their own attack every soldier responsible for killing the youngsters. Knowing this would happen, Ansari steps over into Kashmir and brainwashes the Kashmiri Muslims. The enraged Muslims set fire on the houses of Kashmiri Pandits in Agartha. Aware that they are under the influence of Ansari, Ram tries to stop them, where he captures the informer and reveals the truth to the Kashmiri Muslims. After learning the truth, they apologize for trying to incite a religious riot and help the Indian army in putting out the fire. This incident becomes national news, where Ram and his fellow regiment mates become national heroes. Vijay Lakshmi, an investigative journalist, arrives to interview them, through which she learns Ram is an orphan. The next day on the radio, she tells everybody about Ram and asks everyone in India to send their love to him. As a result, Ram receives a lot of letters from people across India, acknowledging him as their own brother and son. He is overjoyed to know that this is a big family and starts writing letters to reply all of them. One of them is a letter written by Sita Mahalakshmi, addressing him as a husband. He is surprised and regularly receives letters from her with no address. One day, Vikas and Ram take the same train as Sita. Based on the minute details provided by her in the letters, he searches the entire train and is able to find her. He repeats a riddle written in a letter so she can recognize him. He gives her his friend's landline number and leaves the train. Upon his arrival at his friend Durjoy Sharma's house, he gets to know that the phone was been dead for a week. Sita comes in search of Ram at Durjoy's house. They meet and the Ram takes picture of her discreetly. Sita leaves it again without giving him an address. Ram going to the magic show in search of Sita and her friend and meets her friend, who reveals that Sita has been writing many letters to him but posted only few of them. He gets to know that Sita is a dance teacher living in Princess Noor Jahan's palace in Hyderabad to teach her Kathak. He enters the palace with the help of Subramanyam and meets Sita. Ram learns that he saved her from the riot in Agartha, and it was her first encounter with him. However, he was not able to see her face back then. It is later revealed that Sita is none other than Princess Noor Jahan, whose marriage alliance is to be fixed with Prince of Oman in order to save the family factories and businesses that are captured in Oman. She goes to bid her farewell to Ram, but ends up accompanying him the next 4 days, where they meet his family, the ones that wrote him letters. Sita and Ram are spied by a journalist who clicks a picture together. Later, Ram drops off Sita at the palace and leaves to Kashmir. The picture gets published in a newspaper, revealing the prince's love for a common man. Sita reveals to her brother that the news was true and cancels her alliance. She leaves to Kashmir for Ram. They spend some time together and Noor meets Ram's fellow mates as Sita. They meet Vishnu Sharma and his family at dinner. However, they are attacked by an youngster seeking a vengeance for earlier encounters. They capture him and obtain precise location of Ansari. Ram promises the youngster that he will rescue his younger sister, Wahida, from Ansari. The army plans a secret mission to gun down Ansari and warns the soldiers if they get caught, they will be disowned by the army and declared as traitors. Ram Vishnu Verma and his team leaves for the operation by crossing an Indian border and successfully execute Ansari. However, Brigadier Tariq gets alarmed by the fires that starts as a result of the crossfiring and starts for the location. Ram and his team are about to leave when Ram hears a girl cry and realizes that it is Wahida. He leaves to save her. However, Ram, along with Vishnu Verma, are captured by the Pakistani army. While the other soldiers escape successfully, Ram hands over Wahida to Brigadier Tariq. They are tortured mercilessly to reveal the coordinates of Indian Army base in Kashmir. But the Brigadier Tariq takes pity on Ram and Vishnu and provides them with care. While using brute force, the Pakistani soldiers are able to get Vishnu to reveal the coordinates of the Indian Army bases to them in exchange for the freedom and not harming his family. Vishnu gets released, but they hang Ram in order to demoralize the Indian Army. The Indian Army bases in Kashmir are destroyed. Ram is branded as traitor. Before his execution, Ram writes a letter to Sita and asks the Brigadier Tariq to deliver it to her. In 1985, Afrin learns that the Brigadier was in fact Tariq. Additionally, the child whose life was saved by Ram during the fire is Afrin herself. A changed Afrin with a heavy heart delivers the letter to Sita through Balaji, where they have learned about Ram's innocence and also finds the newspaper clipping attached to it about Princess Noor Jahan of Hyderabad being in love with a common man. Both Afrin and Balaji realize that Ram knew about Sita's true identity as a Muslim and did not care. With Ram's letter and Afrin as evidence and witness, an inquiry is ordered to Vishnu Sharma and his regiment. Out of disgrace, he shoots himself with his service revolver. Sita manages to prove Ram's innocence and restores his name and honor in the Indian Army. That's the end of the story, guys. I know it's pretty long, but this is one of the beautiful movie. You can watch it. It's a periodic romantic film. And that's about it. I will see you on another Indian story time. If you like this video, like, share, and subscribe. Bye-bye.